Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. And something that I read over the weekend that I think we just all need to have a conversation about is house flipping. It was reported, I actually have the numbers here. We're actually going to go through an Excel spreadsheet, but let me just say this up front. I believe the average flipper lost money in Q3. I believe for the last 8 to 10 quarters, flipping homes was easy money. And what I think we've seen in Q3 is people are going to start losing their ass. House flipping is still a great business if you are good at it, if you are focused, if you buy right. I believe what we saw in Q3 is a watershed moment where the average flipper lost money. And we're going to build this out together and really look what I'm looking at. So again, what I read about, and again, it's so fuzzy. So let me read this to you, and then we'll go build an Excel spreadsheet, and we'll see how we did. So it is reported that the average gross profit between the median price paid and the median resale was $62,000. Most people read that and go, "Wow, flipping homes making 62 grand. That's awesome." Folks, they lost money. So let's pull up an Excel spreadsheet. Let's build this in real time, and let's see what I mean by that. So what we know, hopefully you can see this now, is the only thing we know, and again, we're going to build this together, is we know that the median profit is $62,000. That's all we know, right? That's median gross profit. So we're going to have to make some assumptions. So we're going to assume the median home price sold was 400 grand. Okay. Again, that's the median price. Oh, I hate these decimals. Let's get rid of these. Okay. And you know what? Let's turn these into dollars. Oh, got to make the decimals go away. Okay. So we know that the median, this is a gross profit. So that means that the median price paid is simply this minus this. Okay. So that means median price paid was 338. Median price sold 400 grand. Gross profit 62,000 bucks. Sounds great, right? It's terrible. It's terrible. So let's just realize what kind of costs we have, and let's do you know what, let's do minimum, maximum. So you have closing costs when you purchase, right? Let's call it closing cost on the buy. So again, most of these closing costs probably paid by the seller, right? Meaning commission, things like that. You as a buyer, you will need to pay some of these. Certainly need insurance at a minimum. So let's say minimum. God, that's an expensive place. And again, this is a flip, right? So it's vacant. It's not a. So let's assume minimum 3,000, maximum 5,000. This is closing costs on the purchase. I need to change this to dollars and get rid of that. Okay. Okay, closing costs on the buy. Let's say hard money cost or private money or whatever. Basically, most folks that do this business don't use cash, right? So, let's say they're the average flipper where they're going to borrow $338,000. They're probably going to pay 2 points on that. They're going to probably have some interest charges. Let's say they get in and out in 6 months. I don't know. Let's call this 11,000 on the minimum to 15,000. Okay. Now let's talk about selling cost. Right? You're going to have to pay 5% minimum, maybe 6. You're going to have more selling costs, closing costs on the out. So, let's call this 22,000 to 26,000. Oh, I have 2 S's there. Sorry about that. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Make ready. So let's assume this is a lipstick flip. Let's just, man, this is an expensive home. 300 grand. I don't know. What do you think? Low side. I don't know. You want to do low side 35 grand, high side 60? Again, feel free to adjust your numbers, but this is pretty crazy. And oh, by the way, you have a target. Let's just put this down here. You have a target profit number, right? On the low end, let's say it's 30 grand. And on the high end, let's say it's 50 grand. Right? Target profit from a flip like this, right? If you're going to go through all of this, you're expecting to make some money. Let's just put this in red because that's a soft cost. So what is this all total right here? So this would be, where's my sum? There it is. Oh, this is funny. So not only did you not get your profit, so this was the gross profit that we saw before minus this. Worst case, you lost 9 grand and you didn't make a profit. Oh, sorry. This is this minus C or B11. No, C B5. Sorry, B5. So you lost somewhere between 9 and 44 grand. Again, you can feel free to make your own assumptions, but again, if your gross profit is $62,000 as a home flipper, you lost money. Now, maybe you don't have any costs. Maybe you paid cash. Maybe you paid cash. Maybe you're a baller and you don't have any of these. All right. Maybe you're an agent and you don't have to pay yourself. You only have to pay the other side. So what would that be? So maybe we'll take, I don't know. Let's make this 12 and 16. I'm just making stuff up at this point. I can't really see you getting anything done. Let's make it, oh man, let's make it, maybe you skimped on it. No, I can't do much more than that. Let's do 45. So again, if you really cut every corner, you had cash. Most people don't. You're an agent. Most people aren't. You made 17 grand. And that's with only a 30K make ready. That's a pretty skinny. Maybe you're a contractor and you do it yourself. I don't know. But at the end of the day, what I want you to realize is the average flipper lost money. The average flipper lost money. It's just flipping is not easy. The market is turned. It is not a buyer's market with offers everywhere. So the average flipper lost money in Q3. People are going to leave the business, and they should. Wholesalers are going to leave the business, as they should. The only people that are going to make money are good operators. And hopefully this spreadsheet shows you that. Again, you could still, flipping homes still works. If you watch my channel, we've done 2 of them in the last 6 weeks. My first one was listed 51 days after buying it. It's already has offers. We're going to probably be accepting one later this evening. I will, of course, show all numbers once they are done. But yeah, you can still do it. It's just that the average person doesn't buy right. They don't do the work. They beat up their spreadsheet and they lose money. Folks, be better, buy better, or don't do it. Don't lose money. Thank you so much.